Let's now bring you some updates to the Tracy Ohiri and Minister David Umahi saga over the weekend. Tracy Ohiri, the woman accusing David Umahi of owing her 250 million naira and making unwanted advances towards her, collapsed at a police station and was rushed to the Wuse District Hospital in Abuja under emergency conditions after an attempt by correctional officers to rearrest her despite reportedly perfecting her bail. Well, here is the moment she collapsed.
Please. Flag boy, come now. Flag boy. Are you becoming mad? Now, prison for the Vatican hospital. See hospital here. Where are you? Why is the police Oh, yeah, help. Come here. Somebody's life is in danger. You call. Enter the motor. Enter. She can't go. Follow with your van. She's dying and you are telling us prison. Help her inside. This man can't wait. Help her inside. Black boy, flag boy.
Now, we got reports that armed correctional officers said to have been deployed from Suleja, Kuje, and Kefi custodial centers arrived at the hospital in approximately 10 vehicles in a bid to rearrest Ohiri, even as medical personnel were trying to stabilize her. It took the intervention of activists Omoyele Sowore and others to prevent the officers from removing her from the hospital. Meanwhile, the minister's senior special assistant on media, Francis Mwaze, in a new video identified inconsistencies in Ohiri's story, including the ambiguity over her story's timeline. The video also highlights discrepancies in the amounts of money Ohiri claims the minister owes her. Let's take a look.
There are two videos I would like you to watch, or rather three. One of the videos you'll be watching, she said she's been owed for 3 years.
Business capital for 3 years. I am not putting that anything. Your husband has been owing me for 9 years in that same UK. David Umahi, who has been owing me for 12 years.
If you ask her A, she will say B. If you ask her B, she will say Z. If you ask her C, she will say D.
There is no intimate connection or intimate relationship between the two of us. The only thing that connects you and I together is this promotional gift items that I produced for you during your election period. Only time he asked us to stay in his house, the man did not allow me to sleep. He tied towel of his waist and came into my room and was pestering me. The man served as a deputy governor in Ogy Okpe for 8 years.
I feel something is wrong somewhere. You will see she's been owed 250 million. You will see she's been owed 150 million.
A job of 25.4 million naira to be free.
For you to see the character of a person we are talking about, you will see her video where she had tarnished somebody's image, someone else's image, and she came out publicly to apologize. You can see the video.
To publicly tender an apology to Mr. Larry Adeniyi. Mr. Larry Adeniyi, I have apologized to you in private. I have also apologized to you through friends and family, and I'm here to sincerely tender a public apology to say I'm very sorry for calling you a thief.
All right, Dr. Bati, I finally found the video where she talked about Umahi allegedly tying a towel and coming to her room. Well, over the weekend, David Umahi dismissed the allegations of debt and sexual harassment made by Tracy Nicholas Ohiri, speaking to the press during an inspection of construction projects in Enugu. Umahi flatly denied owing anyone, describing Ohiri's claims as baseless. He went further, joking that if it were Senator Natasha making the allegations, his face would be bolder, and questioned why anyone would accuse a man as handsome as himself of chasing them for 12 years. Let's take a look.
What you read on social media, I'm not worried about this. It makes me stronger, and I've fought many battles, so this is nothing. There's nothing wrong to say, oh, you are chasing a woman. But if it is Natasha that is accusing me of chasing her, then my face will be bolder. But not anyhow person that will accuse this someone of chasing him for 12 years. Look, that person must need a bit of influence. Because only one man that cannot chase a Senator Natasha for 12 years. So it's just to make social media to be alive. But I think we can turn in our attention to the war in Iran now, and then allow
The war in Iran is certainly on the front burner. Well, and in a show of solidarity, women from Umahi's hometown of Uburu in Ebonyi State, including widows, students, and elderly men, converged on the minister's country home overnight to express their support for the works minister amid the controversy surrounding the Tracy Ohiri allegations. Let's take a look. Well, among those present were widows on his payroll and students under his scholarship scheme, all affirming their confidence in his leadership for his supporters. This outpouring of community loyalty alongside his well-documented philanthropy paints the picture of a man who pays his debts and cares for his people, while casting further doubt on Tracy Ohiri's claims that he has owed her for 12 years without settlement. However, the matter remains before the courts, and that is ultimately where it will be decided. Bimbai, quickly on the court. Yeah, because
yes,
we can't bring this.
All right, let's get into it very quickly. I think for me, the biggest indictment here is on our systems, because the reason why, and not just this lady, more people have started coming out to social media to accuse people and to voice where they feel they have been violated or they've been wronged, is because there's no more faith in the institutions that are supposed to protect people. Because in this instance, you hear the lady saying different values, 3 million. I saw a post where somebody was saying that, oh no, the value of the goods has changed over time. That's why she keeps changing the value of the goods. I don't know about the time frame that keeps changing, but it all paints a sad story of the fact that these are details that should be unraveling in court. It's not for us on social media. There's not much we can do in terms of the frameworks of the law for you to get the redress that you need. And then when you now sort of mix it with now issues of sexual harassment, for me, I get concerned because it trivializes something that is very, very serious. Allegations of sexual harassment are notoriously globally very difficult to prove. They are sensitive issues, and I think they should be treated as such. I don't think that her petition in court rather, has these allegations contained in it. So I think it's also, it's unfair for them to be thrown around on social media. I think she should lay a formal complaint around that. But let it all be settled in court, to be honest, because it's turning into a charade and it's now making nonsense. When you speak of sexual harassment specifically, you can't rubbish something that is a very, very real challenge for women in business, in the workplace, in politics, and sort of turn it into this triviality.
We'll take our good news report.
Let me quickly go. What I've always maintained is I don't care whatever transpired between them in the past. What I care about is the process and the high-handedness of the law officials. And that's what they did. That's why you see, if the woman didn't faint, they were still hell-bent on taking the woman to jail to be able to disgrace her after the court had granted bail. Secondly, Umahi now went ahead in the Jokula to sexualize Senator Natasha Akpoti. Some people will claim he was joking. What has Natasha Akpoti got to do in that matter when he was saying, if it was Natasha Akpoti that was chasing me, he would say somebody's chasing me. And then you denigrated the woman by body shaming her by saying, not that person that is chasing me and all of that. We must just put things in proper context. He might do charity for his people and all of everybody. We all do charity one way or the other. But please, processes must be adhered to.
Yes, I definitely agree with you. Processes must be adhered to. And I thought that was such an important, point there, even with the lady fainting and having to rush her to the hospital and all of that. I hope that she is safe. But, Umahi has said that, he's denied the allegations. And at the end of the day, this matter will be settled in court.